Hey everyone, welcome back to another map review. This review is on the Canyon map, which is the Halloween map for 2024. Let's get into the video, starting off with the spawns. Knowing the enemy spawn is useful to predict when they will spawn and to build spawn tracking. There are 3 camping spots this map has. The first one is in the centre of the map. It's a unique camping spot in that there are only 2 ways to get to it. A jump pad on opposite sides of the camp. Looking over the edge on one side, enemies can shoot you without you seeing them from this angle here. That small angle is a big problem for campers here, as it's very easy to get sniped or shot and killed by an unseen enemy here. I will assume they were using this angle to snipe enemies in this camping spot. That is one of 3 bad things about this camping spot. The others are a well-placed grenade that could damage the atmosphere. And because the only way to get to the spot is from jump pads, an enemy can very quickly appear and force a close-quarters gunfight. It's important to know the disadvantages of a camping spot in order to reduce the chance of dying in one of those 3 ways. The spot does have a few advantages. The advantages of this spot is that it's great for RPG users shooting enemies below, and the height advantage over enemies walking below. It is likely to be able to get a few kills on enemies who don't know this is being used as a camping spot and just wandering around the map. This spot is also one that campers can use close quarters weapons because enemies using a jump pad to get to the spot may be using snipers, or not expect a player waiting with a scrambler for them to use a jump pad. It's common for campers to not be able to keep both jump pads covered, and if an enemy uses it, it quickly appears in the spot, and whoever wins the gunfight will likely be due to reaction time. Overall, this camping spot is the most dangerous one this map has on. A lot of players use the spot's dangerous because it's easy to die suddenly from an unseen enemy with a jump pad. I would give this camping spot a 4 out of 10 rating. It requires knowledge of the map and skill to watch over the jump pad constantly, and to avoid being sniped from an unseen enemy. The next camping spot is one that overlooks red team spawn. The strategy may not be the same in 3-4 mode. It has a height advantage over most common red spawn. There are 2 ways to get to this ledge. One is using a ladder with a twisting, the second one is to use the stairs. This camping spot overlooks an area that would be a hot spot for gunfights if the blue team is spawning so high. But for blue team, this camping spot can be a way to get some quick spawn kills, either by sniping enemies the second they spawn, or surprising them in a close quarters attack. The height advantage this spot has makes it extra fun for RPG users or campers looking to shoot enemies and come along or spawn in. A player who is wary of their surroundings may be very good at making sure they don't get killed with an unseen angle or an enemy sneaking up. The spot is probably safer than camping spot 1. The most common death here would be losing a sniper spot, but this can happen in any camping spot. The spot is more pros than cons, and even if not in the team-based game mode, it's a great choice for campers. The spot gets an 8 out of 10 rating. There are 2 ways to get to camping spot 3. The back area of camping spot 2 leads to spot 3. The opposite side of the map has a way to get to this spot 2 from the ladder or staircase, and a jump can be made to get to this spot. This camping spot is typically a long range camping spot, and the only close quarters gunfights to be had here are if an enemy is directly below, or on an edge above, or jumps to this spot. In this gameplay, I was camping in this spot with the AK-47. I think this weapon is not optimal for this spot, along with the P90, because snipers in camping spot 1 have a distance advantage. And don't forget, if using a weapon like the AK-47 or P90, the further away the enemy is, the less likely you are to win a gunfight from the distance. I would say free range or crack shot are the best weapons in this camping spot. I use the AK-47 which is confident at close range. This camping spot gets a 7 out of 10 rating. The worst thing about it is running with snipers in camping spot 1. The Playstyles is a medium-sized map with many different areas for opportunities to dump weapons. This is one of those maps that is very good for all weapons. Certain areas of the map are good for different weapons. There are many close quarters areas to fight in, and the 4 close quarters weapons, AK-47, Scrambler, P90 and Tryhard, are all very useful, depending on whether the player is camping or looking for enemies. The high points in the map are good for camping with snipers or the RPG, and I would think many of those snipers would prefer to be a high point in the map than a low point in the map. Now once again, I have not found a king of the coop lobby in this map, and that's not abnormal, so just moving on to the bottom. There's only one spot in this map worth the title as spots to avoid, because it looks like many other previous spots to avoid in this series. This is a spot to avoid because it's a 1x1 tunnel with no way out apart from loads of enemies. By far the most dangerous part of the tunnel is the middle of it, because it's extremely bundled with grenades. A well-placed grenade can make it impossible to avoid damage. All it takes is throwing a grenade down the tunnel to damage anyone, and often there isn't enough time to run. Perhaps the worst thing about this spot to avoid is because it's a 1x1 tunnel, there's not a single worse place in the map to try and hide. 1x1 drop tunnels are always a bad place to be. This is because there is no cover and no room to dodge bullets apart from maybe dodging. If the player is in the middle of this tunnel and an enemy appears in the tunnel, then the player close to the exit of the tunnel has a higher chance to get the kill. A weapon like the crack shot has the most room for error in this situation. Missing the crack shot is possible in a 1x1 tunnel, as I've survived being shot at by this. A weapon like the AK-47 P90 Tryhard is perfect for the tunnel, as it's very unlikely an X stuck in the tunnel to survive until the attacker has to reload all 30 bullets. A fully automatic weapon is unlikely to miss many bullets in a 1x1 tunnel. That's why this tunnel can be a death trap, or using it to burst the map. So that's but I will briefly talk about this year's Halloween update compared to last year's. Last year's Halloween update was amazing. Last year in October, instead of having a new map, we were given 2 upgraded remakes of old maps. Despite there being no new map, the remakes of these 2 old maps were stunning, and in one of those maps was a camping spot that I would say was the best ever in the game. Those maps were 2 new towers and blew up. These maps were, in my opinion, more fun than the original maps, because areas and structures not in the original maps. But unfortunately, after October 2023, the maps were removed from the game, not privately, were moved. I think this was one of the worst decisions made for Shot Shoppers. One of those maps with some extraordinary camping spots in the face. It's a bit sad for me knowing 2 videos I made of features that have been removed, meaning last year's maps are some that are only remaining in Halloween 2023 maps. I just wanted to talk about that because it was worth mentioning. I think last year's Halloween update was better. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you all in the next video.